time today, but I think we can go through this. So we're just gonna start real quick. For this, I think I want to thank you first for being here. Um, Second, I want to thank for all the work that you put on the last 2 weeks. It was a good trial, I think, for to start. I learned a lot, especially in the sense that I wasn't expecting the work that it will take, but I think we're ready for this. We might have to cut off a little bit of work in terms of what the requirements are for this project, but I think it will be decided as we go along. As I said, 3 months I think would be the best uh, time to get this done, and hopefully it will happen like that. Uh, so I had the idea of getting this base project for so we all have the same structure to start with, and what I have in the screen right now. Can you guys see my screen? Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me make it a little bigger. Okay, I don't know if I can do. I don't want to change presentation mode. I'm just gonna. Okay, so what I want to do is the idea is to create a base project, so everyone has the same project to start. And these are the entities that I thought about, and it has already code inside, and all these entities have the relationships that I thought it would work for the project that we're trying to develop. Um, I also have the repositories. I don't have, I only had, this is built upon the project that we had going. And this, I think I'm gonna delete this one, this code. I'm just gonna keep, um, I probably won't keep anything here, and I will delete this code as well. And I'll try to do the cores in a different way so we can connect to the front end. But this is the idea, and I haven't pushed anything to GitHub. Uh, where is this thing? So the idea here is to create. Where am I? Where am I? I don't even know what the heck happened. I cannot see my screen. Ah, here it is. Okay, so seeing these things. It's not doing anything. Here it is. So the idea here is to create a branch. Like I'm just going to take this as an example. So Juan created a branch to fix some issues from the old project. So the idea here is to create a branch based on each of these entities. So anyone that has like someone that picks the admin entity will work on the admin branch. So that way we're not working in the main branch. I want to avoid working in the main branch as much as possible because last time it was difficult to fix things and it broke very easy. Even though I tried to rebase everything and to reset to the branches, it still didn't work. So I had to fix several times the front end and the back end for this to be working. So we're not going to use this anymore. I'm going to create a brand new repository, and I will call it backend restaurant project. But it's going to be separate from the front end. And actually, let me just create it now. So back end.
Edie, sorry to interrupt. I think we can create one more package called security, right, for future use if you can create it before you create the branch.
Right. Actually,
Security, one more.
actually, you're right about that. I should actually wait for everyone. Um, how are we doing this? because we need configuration, and the security will go in the configuration. I am assuming.
We need a separate package, I guess, Eddie. For security, let's have a separate
Okay.
package completely. Yeah.
Okay, security.
Yeah, that is just one additional that I can think of right now. So sorry, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, actually no, that was good. I don't even know if I am working in the right one. But anyways, I don't know how to do this because I want everyone to look at this and tell me if things must be added to it. So okay, so what I'll do is simple. I'll create a new repository.
Mhm.
Backend. I just I already have the readme. Hmm. I have to do it differently. It's gonna take a little longer because I already have the readme here, and I don't wanna, because I already wrote a few things here, and I don't wanna overwrite this. So what I'll do is I'll just send it on, and I'll put it on the backend restaurant repository project. That's one thing, and then I'll create branches that based on each of the entities, right? And that's what I was thinking. If anyone has any other ideas about this, please, I want to hear those ideas.
So can we run that project once ready? Like, is there any minimal implementation ready just to before we push it to the repo?
Oh yeah, look. So if this is actually running because I was checking it.
Okay. Why the reason why I'm asking to run is the whoever is planning to contribute to the coding, right? They should be
Hmm.
aware that they should check out this one, and on top of it, they should be developing any entities
Right.
instead of they creating their own project or anything.
Hmm.
The process should be check this out first. I'm telling to the people who don't know. Sorry if you already know it, but check out this project from the Git to your local, develop or add your modules, test it, and then push it to the new branch that you create. Does it make sense, Eddie?
Yes, and that's very important because otherwise, if you push things without checking, it takes a lot
Yeah,
of time
because
for
the
me to.
structure should not change. When
Mhm.
they're pushing, they can't create a new structure. Everybody should follow the same project structure if you're adding or doing anything. We need to use this structure without modifying it.
The only thing that I will remove from here is this menu. I'll keep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just remove the controller as a whole, and I'll remove
Okay.
this configuration, which is the cores that I use here, and then other things just to. But that you don't need to know these things. I mean, if you know it, that's fine, but you don't have to know this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'll remove these two things, and it will be an empty project. So in that way,
Oh, okay. So if it is working, you can keep it, Eddie. If menu controller, if you already developed, if the endpoints are working, you can demonstrate. That's also
right?
fine, right?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, it's look, like I don't have any database because I created a brand new database. So the project runs,
Mm-hmm.
and like if I come here, localhost 8080 8090, just remember to um I have empty. So this is
Okay. The database is empty. Got
right. This is coming like this because I need to change this because we had an issue with Juan and I have to remove this embedded. So I will remove this, and actually I remove the this. I'll remove these things right here because I'll just clean this project. I'll clean it because I don't want anyone to have any issues. If you haven't worked with
it.
pagination before, it will confuse you. But if you have worked with pagination before, it will not be a big deal. But it will be confusing if you haven't. So I'll just clean everything, and it will be an empty project, and that's for that. But it is working, as you can see. It is, and the database should be something like this. So I created this, database, and all the tables are right here.
So
Restaurant.
how did you create tables, AD? Through the, I mean, did you run it with the create option in the configuration, or did you create it
You
through
need
the
to
script or
create.
something?
Let me see something quick. So, because that's a good question actually. So if you come to the README, the README is telling you to follow a few steps.
Hmm.
Okay, so first it says, what is this about? It says create a database with the name of restaurant.db. Why?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we have restaurant.db right here.
Right.
You can
Right.
put
Right.
any name, whatever you want, but
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
sure that you
Let's
choose.
stick to this name, ID.
Right.
Yeah. Let's stick to this name. This looks good. Yeah.
So, and then once you create a database, you can just run the project and it will create all the tables
Hmm.
for you.
Hmm.
You don't have to do
Based on
anything.
what we have specified in the entity. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Since we have specified in the entity. Yeah.
So all the entities are gonna have lowercase with the underscore, the ones that need to be divided, and just I don't know why this didn't do that. It's gonna create a problem. Menu mapped.
I think even if you don't give, it will add an underscore in the table.
Um, I
In
think it's
case.
it's yeah. I mean, it's important to just
Camel case, if you don't give camel case. Yeah. Yeah.
this is Tinker mapped orders. Let me see. This is I don't know why this is running because this is order ID. Yeah, there's because you have a different format here, and I have to figure out if it's gonna make a difference or not. But anyways, this is the
Mm-hmm.
base project, and we're gonna work off this. You
Mm-hmm.
can, if you find any things that need to be added, you think of, just please let me know, and I will add it to the main branch. Um, that way, it's only
Yeah. Yeah.
one making the changes to the main branch, and everyone
Right,
will
right.
work
Main
from.
branch, except you, nobody will be touching. Let's make it that way, AD.
Well,
So
yeah,
nobody should be touching the main branch. Yeah.
I will not work on the main branch either, but I'll have to approve the
Yeah,
commit.
yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's the idea for now. If you have any other things that you can think of, just please let me know, and that'd be great.
Oh, okay. So Nitya, we discussed some modules, right? Does it cover all the entities that we discussed?
Um, I think it
think
does because we start with the user, then from the user we'll get admin, and then the customer, which
Mm-hmm.
will be the one. These are two different roles, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually need to add the role entity
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm looking at
Yeah,
it.
role. Yeah, right.
Okay, I'll have to think about the role entity. Actually, I think I have a class here with that.
so. Role entity will comes under which one? Like user interface or
It will be its own because we'll be pulling from
what is the role?
the
What is
role
the
will be
role?
admin and customer.
Yeah, then so it wants to be in a user side, right?
So the
Like
user,
one to one.
yes, one to one. You see,
Okay.
one to many because you can have many users and you can have many admins. But from here, it should be uh, many to one again because you can only have, it's you can you many there can be many admins in the same restaurant and there will be a lot of customers in the same.
So
That's why
which you are mentioning the admin, it's like the restaurant
owner.
administration. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
owner.
restaurant people.
Mhm.
So how you are saying that that will be many, like in front office okay, okay, yeah.
That's why
But
I
it's a
mean, even the
connection
kitchen
mapping,
staff
it will
also
be
will be able to see it. Yeah. The staff also should be able to see the orders, right? They
okay.
can be
The role
advertised.
which you are doing inside the admin one, right? Then you are mentioning inside the admin, you are giving the role, or what is that role?
uh, I'll have to create another entity to do that because there will be probably
Okay,
more than one role
now I
or two
understood.
roles. So I didn't
Okay,
think about that. I don't know what I was thinking. But this is, something that I try to get it done. Um, today, and obviously I didn't think much about it. But I'll add
So registration will use which entity? Registration will be using which entity here?
mm,
The customer?
well, so we have this. This is also the user has all the things that will be needed for creating the registration. And this is also, I have to think again, this is, I created this based on what I thought would make sense, but I don't know if actually it's correct. Okay, because if you have a user that will extend, like if we have an admin and we create an admin, it will extend from user, right? And that's the
Mhm.
idea.
So I think user can be used for registration. Can you
Yes.
open the user ones? What and all we have in the user entity?
Uh,
User, not customer, user.
right. So that's one, the customer will extend from the user, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
we can eliminate all these things from here because we already have them here. Does it make sense?
Okay.
And that
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
idea, and then only use what we can from the fields of each
Mm.
individually.
Okay.
So we might not even have to get a role for customers because do they need a role? They only,
Customers don't need a role,
right.
I guess.
So the privileges might only be given to the admin. So that's, again, that's, you know, I had to think about it, but I've been so busy at work that it's been a little challenging. But anyways, that's what I have, and I don't know if uh, Sapphire is
Do we
here.
need any initial dummy data? Like, do we need any data that we need to have initially, or?
I can probably get some data that I was using before for the menu, and you know, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you go to ChatGPT, you just copy this and tell
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT, give me 10 items to insert in my SQL.
Oh, okay,
And then
okay,
you can
okay.
work with those. Like you don't have to come up with anything. The only thing that you might have to do a little bit of work is on this image URL, which you
Right,
can get a
right.
lot of
Yeah.
images for free everywhere.
Mm.
But other than that, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? I was Sapphire is on charge of the front end, and I think he has already created a repository for the front end. I'm not too sure about that. I think he did. Um, so yeah, he already created this, and
Mm.
he already has the structure and everything. So see, and he's been working on it. I can see.
This is the front end, right? Okay. I have
Yeah.
zero knowledge on this one actually. I don't know how
Yeah,
this
I'm not
works.
gonna be. He's gonna be running the front end. I'm just gonna put my time on the back end, and then later we'll figure out a way to connect everything. I mean, once he finish like navigation now has been okay. So he's working on this, right? So once he finish something, we will try to make it work with the back end. So it's also.
So
Mhm.
one thing with respect to that, AD, like a front end is working and back end will be working separately, right? So how are we deciding what endpoints will be giving? Are we working together to decide on endpoints that they're expecting or what we are providing, kind of thing?
So the only
List of endpoints.
the only endpoint that you need is this, where the front end is running. That's all you need.
Okay.
And
No, for front end
for
team.
the front end is the same way. It's just they flipped. Instead of using 3000, they put 8090 because that's the one that we're going to be using
Okay, because
as a
what
default.
I don't understand is like when we navigate in the UI, right? How
Mhm.
does the API calls, where are they configured? Suppose menu or order, all those APIs, how they are integrated.
So it's an endpoint, and trying again. This is I'm gonna change this because then later. So this is the endpoint that the backend will search for
Mm-hmm.
when uh, it's trying to connect to the front end. So in order
Mm-hmm.
for that to happen, it has to be working simultaneously. So you have to run the back end and the front end, otherwise it will not find it. And since
Right.
it's not hosted anywhere, it's gonna be local. So
Mm.
even if you were to host it somewhere, it will this uh, port will change, and that's how it will connect. And everything else will just work from slash menus
Okay, I get it now. I get
slash,
it now.
all those things. But that will not go in here. It will go
Mm.
here as a request mapping. In this case, is
Mm.
menus, and in the front
Mm.
end will be as a parameters.
Mm.
It will not be as variables. That's the difference. So in the front end, you will have to use something like pages, uh, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I got it,
You
Eddie.
know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the difference there. But it should be okay. We should be
Mm.
able to manage this.
Yeah.
And okay, so I have to do. I did these securities right here, the package. So there will be any other packages that you might think of. So I can just
Check.
configurations will go in here.
We
Con
have DTOs. Okay. Do we need any DTOs here or?
I we probably can do services. Ah,
Yeah, service. Yeah.
okay. So we can probably do a service package, and then from
Service
here we'll do the
security is
service and
fine.
the implementations. They can,
Do we need any? Pojos can be same as this entities, I guess, right?
Pojo, yeah, Pojo is just an entity, like that's one
We
thing.
can use the same. Yeah, entity for both. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I think it looks good so far for me. Others,
So again,
anyone?
what I'll do is I'll push this, and then you all can go and take a look at this and think of if it's making sense on what would you like to work on, and
Mhm.
if anything is needed to be added. And if you find that something needs to be added, just let me know and I will add it. Don't push anything. Just tell me and tell me what's the idea. I mean, just I don't know, a screenshot or something. That something that you've done in yours.
Right, right.
But don't okay.
Maybe the demo should be good, right, Eddie? The approach I was thinking is, suppose, as an example, I am working on customer,
Mhm.
and I did some changes on top of this.
Mhm.
And can we have a demo meeting before we push or do anything? A quick demo, 10-15 minutes to show what you have done, and
Yes.
then push it to the GitHub instead of
Right. So
or,
it's
or anything that's
right.
comfortable
And
for others.
it's gonna take a little longer because now all the relationships are here and everything has
Hmm.
to kind of be hand on hand, right?
Hmm.
So because now you're gonna have to set, for example, one to many mapped customers, right? So one
This one
order.
actually I don't understand. I need to ask maybe someone, Nitya. I'll take your help to understand this, Nitya. The stable relationship I'm not good at understanding.
So in
So
this
you
Yeah,
case,
just
sure.
you just look backwards. Many
hmm.
orders to one customer,
Right.
right? That's what it
Yeah,
means,
one to many. One customer can have many orders.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you see this. Many to one.
Hmm.
It's many. What are we looking for? Many
What is
users
this one? Uh-huh.
uh can have one table.
Okay.
But what
Okay.
is many to one? One user, private user. I have to think about why did I put this here? Anyways, I must have been thinking column name. Oh, because there could be many customers, you know. That's what it is.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah. Anyways, one
Multiple
user to many
customers.
customers. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Because this is
Okay.
a customer class.
Hmm.
But that's yeah, that's something that you can there are a lot of things that you can read about this.
Right.
Okay, anything else that maybe I'm missing? I'll push this maybe later today, because I have still some work that I need to get done, and I am, I've been busy again. But I think we can start coding. It should be the time to start coding.
Yeah, right. So Eddie, you'll be creating a separate folder for this, right? Instead of earlier it was together, front end and back end was together. This time you're going to create a separate one.
Yeah, this time is gonna be two different repos, not in the same,
Okay.
because last time it was a headache for me. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, we don't even have to worry about running the front end and all that. We can directly test our endpoints, right? Once the
Right.
development is
You don't have
finished.
to worry about anything, and I would
And
recommend.
everything should be JSON. Okay,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
okay.
it will be fine just to, and I recommend just going through this. This is actually very cool.
Hmm.
Um, like you
Postman.
you have
Yeah, Postman. Yeah.
you can actually set variables based.
Hmm.
Like you see, I have mine already set up, depending on which one I'm working on.
Right, right.
So I don't have to be, and you have different environments too. Like this is for this specific one. So yeah, but it's very cool if you can go through a little bit and learn, understand the basics. It will help you a lot.
Right, right.
So that's what it is. I think other than that, um, it was
That's so good, Eddie. So far the initial structure, um, it got better than what we saw last time. We
oh yeah.
have more clear picture.
So may I know who is working on which entities?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Eddie, do you have any document that you're maintaining for this? How front-end team is maintaining, right? Do you have any document separately for back-end team?
We have if we can keep it on here, we can keep it here in backend final. We can keep it here.
Yeah, can you create one? Yeah, can you create one? And just to start with, let's add the team members that are actively interested in contributing to the modules development, I would say, so far.
Okay, so just
Nitya,
this. Uh,
Ambika, you can add for now my name and
you can just
Taurukan
come
also
and add
was
your
active.
name. Yeah, you can just come
Yeah.
here and add your name, and we'll work on
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay.
And you
Mm-hmm.
can pick any of these entities to work on. You know,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
but ideally it goes from authentication. So it goes
Mm-hmm.
first. We think about the structure, then we think about the authentication, then we go to uh, interfaces, and then
Mm.
controllers. So if
So
anyone is
authentication, yeah,
if
sorry
anyone
for
is
interrupt.
working on the security, like on registration and authentication, that'll be a big plus because we can start by doing that and then everything else from there. That'll be the ideal.
Yeah, I had the code that I can work on, but I heard someone else is also looking into it, Eddie. That's the reason I was saying to make a list and see who is working on what instead of multiple people
Right.
working on the same thing.
Right. For example, you can come to this Discord and just pick your name and say, "I'm working on this." Like I will,
Right.
uh,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, sure.
just do it like this
Hmm, hmm,
because that's your GitHub, and I'm gonna
hmm.
do menu. I'm gonna just work on the
Okay.
menu because
Yeah.
I already had the menu, so I'll just work on
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
can
I
just
can take order maybe. I was login and registration also I can do, but I see someone has already done. They have posted in the group. So I'll take order maybe. I'll
right.
post it in the group.
Yeah, yeah. I think based on what we need, like uh,
Hmm.
would be admin and customers. I can see. I know Juan is it's pretty good at coding too,
Mm-hmm.
and he will give me some good insights.
Okay, okay.
Um, he's here. He was here. I saw him. So he
I
will.
see him,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So he's
yeah.
pretty good, and he has helped me a lot. And I think
Okay.
he will be able to help me and guide me and see what we need at the beginning, so nothing breaks.
Yeah,
As we
yeah,
go for. So
sure.
yeah, so that's what it is.
So, Eddie, I wonder like which entities nobody has taken like
So
sitting or reservation because I can finalize now. I was just wondering what I have to do.
right, so if you come,
Yeah.
you pick one entity and just come to the discussion, devs questions on the backend final team.
Okay. I can take sitting. Um,
Okay.
Ambika, I have a question for you. You suggested for service, sorry, security.
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain more on security, like securing what thing? I want
It
to
is
understand.
login and registration, login especially. With other entities, don't need to
Authentication.
worry about it. Yeah, authentication. So the other entities, whoever working, no need to worry about this one. This is only for securing the user data.
It's like if already registered users who are already registered, it's just authenticating and authorizing them, like whatever their rights are in the
Yes.
security.
Yeah, yeah. User details.
So is anyone taking that?
Whoever working on login and
I think Nitya was working on that. I'm not sure. Someone
Yeah,
was,
not
or
Nitya, Taurukon. I saw his record. He's posted recording also. I don't know.
yeah, he did for the user one.
oh
Mhm.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
doing the customer.
He did, right. So he will have to maybe put everything under security and make sure that things are going smooth. Yeah.
For the okay, the user authentication. I haven't seen his recording, so I'll go through it
It's
and I'll see. Like I don't know how big and complicated it is going to be. If it is something big, then maybe two people can do it. I don't know. I'm not sure about it.
I don't know if it's here. It's somewhere there. I remember he posted. But
Yeah, I
again,
I
this
haven't gone through it. Yeah.
you can work in pairs if you want or more, just to make sure that if you get stuck, someone is helping, and more heads in one task is better than trying to figure out everything yourself because it can get overwhelming.
So yeah, you can give me sitting and I can also take security because I don't know how complicated or big it is. So primarily sitting and
So you
pairing and security with someone, whoever
for
is
for
doing it.
that you will come here again, you will write your
Mm.
GitHub
Mm-hmm.
the same way that I did here, and I'm taking the menu.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Okay.
way we know who's working where and how to kind of contact in GitHub if anything, or here too, whatever. But I think GitHub is it's good to have it here.
Okay. Tauri is here in the meeting. I don't
Uh,
see him.
he wasn't. I don't think he is here.
Okay. Okay, I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, yeah, because he was working on that.
He said he
Okay.
implemented something, Manju. I don't know what he implemented, which project structure he used and all. We don't have the details. It would be great if you connect and see or work with him.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ambika, like last 1 week, I couldn't give any time to the project. I was busy learning Spring Boot.
So this is what he
I mean,
did.
same. I'm still in the learning process as well. Don't worry.
So
Because I know I have to be thorough with Spring Boot if I want to implement all these things and with the basic database thing and all. So that's what I was like, just
yeah.
doing. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I
because
mean,
these
mhm.
things I'll have a hard time to understand all this if I don't know how to do all these things. So I
But trust me,
I was like, yeah.
you will
Mm.
find a lot of things that you have no idea how to do it, and you just have to find some documentations and go through it.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of this project, right? To learn
Because
something new. Like it's not just implementing what you know, learn in the process.
watching
For
videos is
to
great.
add to it,
Uh-huh.
yeah, sorry, to add to it, like I actually started thinking in a way that I haven't thought before. And I don't know how others are working, but I started thinking like, how is it going to work? How will I implement it? And I started searching for it, how these things will work. and the whole perspective, the whole direction of learning has changed, and it's helping me because I'm exploring things, to make it work.
And that's the purpose of this, you know. And the other thing that I was trying to make sure is that um I posted something on GitHub. I mean on GitHub. Why I keep on saying GitHub?
Mm.
Uh, in LinkedIn, right? And I mean, I posted this morning, and it already has hit 5,000 people. Okay, and that's one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand. I want to be able to help you to get a job, and you know, I'm pretty okay doing posts and reaching people, you know, with the hashtags and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to share that part.
Yeah, it's really good, Eddie. Yeah. uh, LinkedIn is a place where you keep posting the new things that you do, right? So,
And this will be a progress. For example, like if we do something, I'll post about the implementation of something, so your name will be more out in LinkedIn because more posts will come out from me, and I'll make a little video, you know, just describe what it is and how we implement it, who did what, and you know, it will hopefully benefit you, and you will, you know, your name might be seen by recruiters or someone that's looking for to hire people. Yeah.
Eddie, finally we decided on MySQL database, right?
We're gonna stick to it because again, I did the other, but no one really said that it's okay or not. So we're gonna just stick to MySQL. And again, you just have to run the project, and it will. You just create the database,
Mm-hmm.
and it will run.
Okay.
It just run. Like if
I
you
will
come
do.
here, you read this. It will. This will be on GitHub. You read this, create the database
Yeah.
with this name, run the
Okay.
project, and the tables will be there.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. And do you suggest to go through any kind of design pattern? Because I'm hearing a lot about design pattern, and somehow this is my, like, I'm getting intuitive. Like if I have a fair understanding of design pattern, probably I'll understand better the flow and which event is triggering which other event and all this.
You know, I don't worry so much about it now. I haven't
Okay.
I haven't really studied much design patterns to be honest, but I'm more concentrating on how to think about
Okay.
this, and then later maybe I can improve how I used to think. Because if I don't know how to implement something, I won't know how to better it. So for now, just code as much as you can, and you know, get in the habit of thinking in terms of code, because it's not easy. I found this to be super challenging, and I don't think I'm stupid, but that's how I feel most of the times when I'm coding. So yeah.
It's just, yeah, there would be many changes along the way. That's what I think, but it has to start from somewhere. It's not going to be perfect. I believe it's not going to be perfect in the beginning. That's how we keep improving. And yeah, so let's see. I'll get in touch with Toru, and
Yes,
and the project flow, the PDF that you provided earlier, are we still sticking to the same, or there are
it's
some changes? Will
it's somewhat similar to that. I mean,
Okay.
because it's the idea it's similar, but all the relationships are
Okay.
here. If you Google this, for example, you put this in ChatGPT, copy and put it in ChatGPT, and you
Mm-hmm.
copy the admin, customer, um, entities, and copy this user entity as a total, and you ask ChatGPT explain the relationship in these tables, and ChatGPT will be able to explain to you the relationship, so you understand why this is like this, and you know, so you
Okay.
understand the relationships, and then it will help you to code a little better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
ChatGPT
Sounds
is
good.
very good. You know, it can explain very fairly well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go through it, and if I have any doubt, I'll reach out to all of you, whoever can respond to me.
Right, and again, chat, Discord is a really good place to post things. I try to open at least every 2 3 hours, and because I have a job, but yeah, I can be available there most of the time. Yeah. Okay. So anything else?
From my side, I have some ideas about the admin,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, not admin, system design,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of design pattern you can use. So I will just make some notes and I will ask you. And if it's okay, after that I will try to post it.
Okay, that would be amazing if you actually post it right in
No,
this,
no, yeah,
right here.
yeah, I will do that one, but not. It's not like any document, Google document. Based on my understanding, I will write
Right,
some
right.
notes and I will ask you how, because the scalability and everything, I want to make sure how we are doing like a high level or a low level one. So
Right.
based on that, I will write something and I will ask you. And if you said okay, and after that, I will post it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good if you ask everyone, because there will be more minds to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
Anyways,
just
I will.
even you can create a new post here and say this is the idea for the backend. Give me your input,
Okay.
and let's see how we can interact with that. That would be actually very helpful.
Some design patterns, they will have the structure already. They will be having the structure. We just want to use that, want to follow the structure, so it will make you to code easily.
Hmm.
How the object mappings are going on and how the objects are speaking to each other. And as you mentioned, we have to send email notifications, right, for the customer, like your orders are confirmed and everything. For
Yeah,
that, there is one design patterns are there. We can follow that. It will make our coding easy.
and that'll be
So,
inside the util package, the email notifications.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So yeah, that
okay,
works.
okay, okay. The response will be the one. Okay. Mhm.
I think
I did. I will. I will check that one. Okay. I will and I will.
I think Ambika posted in the wrong post.
I think this is the one.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's okay.
I
I
didn't
moved it to the other
notice
side.
that. Okay.
Okay, so if for now I have to run, but you are more than welcome to continue the conversation in Discord because it's gonna be kicked. We're gonna be kicked out in a few minutes, anyways. Um, so yeah, I think that would be good if that happens. I will try to put this later today. Um, by tonight, I'll think about this, and if anything can be added or removed, I'll just clean and then I'll put it on GitHub. You can clone it, go through it, put your good thinking cap on it, and give some recommendations to change it to make it better. And um, yeah, we'll start coding.
Sure, Eddie. Um,
Okay, thank you so much for being here again, and let's get this party started.
yeah, thanks for
Thank
all
you.
your time.
Thanks for the. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, um,
All right, we'll be in touch.
yeah,
Bye
yeah.
bye.
Okay. Thank you, Eddie.